Hey fam, it's me again with your thought for today. Today's thought is being in the right place at the right time. So, Friday, have a testimony. So, this is like evidence of being in the right place at the right time. So I was going to visit my dad, and he's about an hour away from me if I drive. But if somebody else drive, they're driving on the highway, so it's about 30 minutes. So when I got to the end of my street, traffic was backed up for 45 minutes. So that's the whole trip right there, the trip there. And so I got through the traffic and I was already like 45 minutes into this trip that I didn't really get any traction. So I'm thinking by the time I get there, it's gonna be so late. The game gonna be on. He gonna want to rush and get back to the game. So I just called him and I was like, "Daddy, I'll be there tomorrow," which was Saturday. I said, "We got stuck in traffic for like 45 minutes, and I know it's gonna be late, and you want to watch the game or whatever." So we he said, "Well, keep coming since you on your way here, and I'll just catch the second half of the game or whatever." And I was like, "Okay." So I kept coming. I kept coming. So we got him. We picked him up. We did the things that he needed to do, and then we went to eat. And I was like, "Well, we ain't gonna really have enough time to eat. We're gonna have to rush and eat so he can at least see some of the game." So when we got in the place where we was going, he picked again the place, and he keeps picking the same place over and over again. I'm like, there's nothing else I want to eat off of this menu. And but we went. And so when we got there, a guy came up to our table and he was like, "Would you be interested in a portable oxygen machine?" And I was like, "Absolutely, yes." I didn't even ask like how much you want for it, what you selling it for. I didn't even ask because let me back up a little bit. So my dad has been wanting to go back to his hometown, which is Florida, Pensacola, Florida. Um, but he's on oxygen. So I've been looking for oxygen tanks everywhere. I've been looking for them. So I found one and it was like $4,500. And so I told him and I was like, "Daddy, it's $4,500." And he was like, "Oh, that's a lot of money, and I'm gonna have to do the he couldn't afford it was what he was saying, but he really can't afford it. He just his man is in a place right now where he can't afford anything. So we gonna leave him right there. So God knows his heart. So the man offered it to us and he said, "Well, you could come and pick it up tomorrow." And I said, "Well, where do you live?" But he lives out here where I live at. So I was like, "Well, I could come around and pick it up tomorrow." And he was like, "No, it's in the storage bin all the way down up where my dad lives." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I'll come pick it up tomorrow about 11 o'clock in the morning because he said he was going to be there at 10 cleaning out the storage bin. So when I got there, he gave us a compressor for the house and he gave us a portable oxygen machine. And I told y'all that I have been pricing them looking for one, and the one that he gave us was the $4,000 one. And my daddy said, "Well, how much do you want for it?" He said, "Absolutely nothing. I just want to smile." And I said, "God, if I would have turned around and came on Saturday, we would have missed his blessing on Friday. Because the man came to our table on Friday. But I said all of that to say sometimes we have a plan and it don't be the best plan for our life. We think if I don't get it done at this time, if I move and I get it done at this time, then this is going to be better for us. And God is saying, my timing is perfect and it's much better than your timing. When you decide to walk in my timing, when you decide to let me really take the wheel, things work out on your behalf. So that was my Friday, Saturday testimony. So we went, picked it up, we got the compressor and the tank so my dad can come spend the night at the house and we don't have to worry about him running out of oxygen because we now have a compressor. So, another testimony. So, I made this vow with myself. I said, if I don't go live, I can't get on anybody's panel. I cannot go live. I cannot be in anybody's chat if I don't go live on my own platform for myself as long as it's 30 minutes. So this is the thing I made for myself last week. So today I went on my friend's live to get my heart meet and to leave a comment to get those points for this day. And her mod invited me up and I declined the first time. She invited me up again. And I was like, okay, Lord, I guess I'm supposed to be up, but this is a new day because it's after midnight. And I went through all of this in my head and thinking, why am I here? But my best friend came in, my bestie came in, and she gifted me. I don't even remember what it was, but it was something big that went across the screen. And I was like, oh, that is so pretty. And they was like, Lisa B gave that to you. And I was like, oh, my bestie here. And normally she would come in, if she see me on the live, she would come in, drop a gift, and go. But she stayed. And when I tell you this live this night was the most amazing situation that I have been in a very long time. God was speaking. God came through. He blessed others through our testimonies, through other people's testimonies. He blessed people to just stop by the room and they couldn't leave. And they said, I was just stopping by because I seen you on. But when I heard the testimonies in this room, I couldn't go anywhere. So when we are doing things in God's timing, in His space, when He is directing us to, forget your plan. Because the person that was hosting the live was like, I'm not going to be on here till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning with y'all. What time did she get off? Almost 5 o'clock in the morning. So she went past the time that she said she wasn't going to be on there because God has to show up. He has to prove his point and he got to show us who is in control. So when you know that God is in control in every situation in your life, and you recognize that who's in control, what they're doing in control, life moves a lot easier. It moves in the direction that you didn't even expect it. And you get something out of it that's bigger than you could even think or imagine. And God is telling us that in his word. Like I could do bigger than even what you asked me for. But if you let me do it, things are going to be just fine. They're going to work out to be just perfect. And tonight, I met some amazing women that I didn't know before tonight. And I thank God for loving us. I'm going to say us because he loves us all. Know that he loves you. I love you. And have an amazing rest of your day.